All right, we're here with West Texas A&M head coach Tom Brown following a 108-89 win over St. Edwards in the 2021 LSC men's basketball championship game. Coach, just give us a couple thoughts and then we'll open it up for questions.
Well, I thought, St. Edwards is a very good team, really well coached, and they played really hard. They've got some, 3 or 4 transfers that are really good players, and Van Zant and Krafka and Maxwell and Marcus Hill, and then you got Ryan Garza, who's a lights-out shooter, who's been in the program for a long time, and Andre does a great job with them, and it was a tough win. We won by 18 or 19, something like that, but it was a tough win, and you can't let a team like that hang around. And I thought our guys did a really good job of. We had too many turnovers in that first half, but we went and got rebounds. We passed the ball. I think we had 12 assists in the first half. And so we shared the ball, and when you do that, it's hard to key on one guy, whether that's John L., Quay, JoJo, or Zach. And when we have space, to maneuver, Quay's a pretty good player. They all are. I mean, Zach had a great tournament. JoJo had a great tournament. JoJo had played really good defense, and John L., guarding Jacobs, and then he had Maxwell. He does so many little things for us that. Without him, we don't win. And it takes a team, and we had a great team effort tonight.
For us, it felt like there was a big momentum changer in the first half when Toussaint knocked down a 3, Blankley knocked down a 3, and then Quay Grant knocked down a 3 and went to the locker room. For you, what did you kind of see in that moment?
Yeah, we ran just a little 2-man play with Hayden and Quay, and they actually did a pretty good job. I think they knew it was coming. We know each other pretty well. They've got about 100 different sets that they run, but Quay just took his time, and he even if he misses that shot, it was perfect because I think they inbounded the ball and maybe got, I don't even know if they turned and got up court at all, but it was perfect and it went in. So, Quay shot the ball really well tonight. I think 5 of 8 from 3, and when he does that, we're really, really tough. But he's been shooting the ball really well in practice, so practice pays off.
Tom, what does a 4-peat mean to your program?
4-peat? Well, I don't know. I was going to try to come up with some clever joke there, Lance, but I don't think it's going to work. 4-peat, it just means, think about it. From guys like David Chavlovic, Jordan Evans, Ryan Quaid, Gotch, Brandon Hall, Jordan Evans, all those guys, Tommy Gove, Ryan, I can go all down the list. Those guys kind of laid the groundwork, and these guys, they're not reaping the benefits from. They're doing it themselves, but they're really, I think. There's high standards, and when you have those high standards, you want guys that want to compete and want to win, and it's really tough winning 1. To win 2 was incredibly tough. I mean, UTP, Permian Basin, St. Edwards last year, it's tough when there's so many good teams in this league and so many good coaches in this league that it's really tough to win it. To win it 4 times, it really speaks highly of our assistant coaches and our players. I mean, they really do a great job.
So do you enjoy
winning? Yes, I do enjoy.
No, I enjoy the defensive play that goes on because obviously, I know the players are good. And there's a lot of big movement in there, but high scoring games, you like to get it up and down the floor. You always said that.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you look at our starting lineup, I think we've got. If we go true measurements, we might be 4 guys under 6'1", and then Kevon Booker is about 6'6". And so we might be one of the smallest D2 teams in the nation. I think we're one of the funnest D2 teams in the nation to watch. We can really get it going, and I think our guys play really big. And when I look at guys to recruit, we really don't look at how big you are or how you run, or we look at how can you play, can you guard somebody, can you score on somebody, and sometimes Zach will have a little trouble defending, but he's been doing a great job of defending lately, and he can really shoot it. Obviously, we've got some other guys that can do both and multiple things. And then, like I said, it takes a team. Hayden Blankley is a great shooter, and he's been struggling a little bit on defense, but he played great defense tonight. And St. Ed's, it's hard to stop them. I'd love to coach those guys. I think that's a really fun team. They've got 2 guys that can really shoot the lights out, and Garza and Hill, and Van Zant's a really good point guard, and then. Krafka's kind of your wild card. He's very physical, and Maxwell can get it going. They've got a very good team, but there's a lot of good teams. Dallas Baptist, Lubbock, ourselves. It's a very competitive league, And yeah, I would love to go score the basketball. I don't like running into people and taking charges and flops and things like that. I like to play the game the right way. And the right way for me is to get up and down the court and let's go.
Coach, going back to that Quay Grant last second three, as he hit that and then ran into the locker room Bo Jackson-esque style, what was said between you, him, the rest of the team? What was the atmosphere like right after that?
No, we really don't celebrate one play or anything like that. We were actually talking about the ball screens, how we kind of missed on a couple of those. They run a good offense, and we're just talking a little bit about some out of bounds plays, things like that. But then really talking about the things that we did positively, and that was sharing the basketball. 12 assists in the first half, going to get offensive rebounds, and then talking. I thought St. Ed's hit some tough shots in that first half. I thought our defense was pretty good, but they're very good, and they hit some tough shots. And we talked about that. Hey, let's keep going, and we'll just keep wearing them down, and let the best team win. And I think the best team won today.
Tom, I think you're the smallest 6A team, okay, in Texas. Class 6A. I'm just telling you right now.
Come on.
Yeah. In the playoffs. I'm
Really?
just telling you, yeah.
Okay.
Clarendon might be
State of
bigger than
case-
you.
State of case, it's out of your hands, but should the Buffs be the #1 seed in the regionals?
We are the #1 seed. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Now, I don't know. The NCAA could do something crazy, like have the #1 seed from the women play here and have the #1 seed from the men play down at Lubbock. I would think that would be something that'd be kind of silly, wouldn't it? Come on, NCAA, let's get it right, and we'll just get those flipped around. I think that would be something that, in a COVID year, do the right thing, and if you have the #1 seeds, let's maybe flip that around. I don't know if they will. I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that, but it's something that I think that would be do the right thing, and that's what we're trying to do, trying to teach our young student athletes is do the right thing, and I think that would be doing the right thing in this case, in this scenario.
Like you said, a lot of players stepped up. Quay Grant hit a career high tonight, 34 points. What do you like from his growth to where he started to where he is now, being able to do that in this championship game?
Well, Quay's a phenomenal player, and he was Player of the Year last year, and it's voted on by the coaches, and we just, as a coaching staff, I think he's the Player of the Year. I think JoJo's the Player of the Year. I think John L's the Player of the Year. I think Zach is. I really like. It's hard to really rank some players because is it just based on points, or is it based on defense? That rebound that Quay had when it was him and Kraft, and he ripped it away, and he's going down to the other end, and then he goes and goes to the free throw line because he gets to the basket. That's an All-American MVP play right there. Knocking down threes right before half, that's a great play, but there's some guys that can do that. I think those little things like that really separate him. He can guard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I don't think there's a mismatch. Sometimes he'll get worn down a little bit if he's got to guard a bigger guy, but boy, he's a special talent, and when he plays within himself, he can really do what he did tonight. I don't think he took that many shots. I don't know exactly how many shots he took, but it wasn't volume shooting. It was quality looks, and at the right time. He made some really big plays tonight, and he's just a special player.
I guess if you want Quay, he's out.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
You got it.